Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in to this episode of World of Tanks. We have Carday. Carday and his Chi-Ri, one of the weirdest tanks in the game. Really, I like the Chi-Ri. It's a Japanese Tier 7 medium tank, which is as large as a small ship, not very agile, no armor, weird angles, with a crazy 3-shot autoloader. It's a weird tank in the middle of a pretty good line, actually, especially when you get up towards the top with the Type 61, the STA-1, and then the STB-1. Those are all actually pretty good tanks. This thing's bizarre, but I like it. I like it. So he was trying to do the, what is it, the Saturday tank thing that Wargaming does. I can't even think of what the thing is called right now. What is it called? Tank Challenge or what? Anyway, it was the Chi-Ri, okay? Saturday Showdown, isn't that it? Saturday Showdown? There you go. The Chi-Ri was the tank, and you had to get X amount of XP, and then if you get picked, you win, right? I don't know if you have to have the highest, or you just have to hit a baseline, and then you get into the contest. But he was having trouble with this. He sent me a note and said, hey, Guido, it's the Chi-Ri this week. I'm having issues with it. Having a hard time getting the base XP of, I think it was 750 for that week. What do I do with the Chi-Ri? I said, well, look, man, the Chi-Ri is the ultimate vulture. All right, this is the ultimate vulture and cleanup tank. You do not want to be up front with this. And in general, I advise everyone to get up front and punch people in the face with almost no matter what tank they're in. This one, you got to be careful. Now, you need to be close enough to the fight to support it. Because the cool thing about this little autoloader is you can jump out and punish people really quickly. Bam, bam, bam. And it reloads its clip very quickly. Its intra shot between the 3 shots is very fast. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Look how fast. You got 2 of those in there in the time most autoloaders would have only got 1 shot. Now watch how fast he reloads that 3-shot clip quite quickly. So he's going to be careful. He's going to come up here and do what I said at the initial part of the game. And he's already up to 498 spotting and 522 damage. So he's well on his way to getting 750 experience, especially if his team can win. The enemy team helps out by just kind of raging in there. That guy, the poor 40 TP gets ammo racked. He finds a KV-3 out in the open. Boom. Another shot's going to miss because he covers up a little bit, and then the 3rd shot will bounce, I believe. But he gets them all in. So I would be careful about this card. He's kind of out in the open right here. Look how fast. He almost got his clip reloaded to start taking shots on him. The KV-85 and the OHO have pushed in, so he's going to actually react to that. And that's the nice thing about one of these kind of autoloaders like this, where he's not too far forward that he can't start moving. All of a sudden, he finds the KV-85 out in the open. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. And that's what this tank does so well. You punish him and you move. You don't want to take too many hits with this bad boy. It's a very huge target, and he's already up to 1,800. Looks like almost 2,000 combined. Drives up on a rock and does a little trick driving there. But he is fast enough to get back and start to shore up this push that the enemy's coming inside or into the backfield. They find the OHO right here. Now this one's going to be a bit of trouble because the poor pen with the AP, it's a regular AP gold round. It just happens to have more pen. Gets you up to 186, which is okay, but not great. He really kind of needs to get into the side of the OHO right here. Takes a bit of a chance kind of keeping him lit. It's unfortunate that didn't go in. He does get a shot into his side, and that's what you're looking for. With this particular tank against an OHO, you need to get into his side or in behind him. But he's able to come out of it with all of his hit points, so he's up to 3,000, over 3,000. So we'll just drive in here, and we're going to hunt down the T-29, who is on kind of poor hit points. I would have stopped earlier and started shooting earlier there, Carday, but you get 1 into him. Barely miss. You'll watch him do some nice clip management by hitting C and reloading as he pushes, and he's going to continue to go on. You'll note, what are we doing, 30 kilometers an hour? That's just not a fast medium, man. It is not. Like I said, very strange. Carday's going to launch his Global Hawk drone here in just a minute so he can get a little altitude and see what's going on. Whoa! That's the view from 50,000 feet, folks. Clearly running a zoom out mod, so we'll go ahead and move in here against the T-29. And the T-29 is going to learn what is very difficult about this tank and very difficult to fight, is if you allow it to clip you and get away and not take any hits, it's going to reload really quickly. And even though it's only plinking you for 100-something points of damage every time, it does it quickly. Boom, there's 130, 259 total. I mean, it's so fast that it actually shows the totalized 404. All those added together being 404 damage. That is actually not bad, folks, for a tier 7 medium tank. Now, he's just going to accept the hit. Holy cow, sneaks 2 in before that poor T-29 can get away. And then his own team shoots at him, I guess. I don't know why. Or maybe just misclicks. I don't know. He's not going to get any more damage, but 2,000 damage. 1,899. Doing basically what I said. Very carefully aggressive. And then be the ultimate vulture running around cleaning guys up using that autoloader. And that's what I like about this tank. What he just did, especially illustrated against that T-29, that's 400 damage, right? Blaps 400 into you from a bloody tier 7 medium tank. Granted, they all hit and they all pin. That is the weakness. You bounce a couple of those, you're bumming. You've only done 100. The T-29 pushes you and you bounce a couple, you're really bumming. But he comes up behind her to the side of things, and you can absolutely wreck people if you can get the pins with this thing. So it is situational. I'm not telling you it's the most amazing tier 7 medium that ever existed. But I think a lot of people hate it, but I actually kind of like it because it really has this weird gameplay for a tier 7. Not a lot of autoloaders at tier 7, to be quite honest. I don't know how many there are. There are 2. I think there's the French, right? There's the French light tanks. And this. I don't know if there's any other autoloaders. If there are, there's not many. And it's just a really unique, interesting kind of gameplay. Clearly, this was an ace. I don't have the cards on the back from Carday. Don't have the cards from Carday. Ends up being an ace. It was plenty of experience for the competition right there. So I wanted to kind of feature this because some of these stranger tanks that not a lot of people play, there's not a lot of replays on them out there. And this was a really nice game by Carday. And the last thing I'll throw out as we go, what he told me is this is actually his STB1 crew that he didn't retrain. So didn't seem to hurt him. Thanks for sending that in, Carday. Thanks for everybody coming by and checking out. If you learned something or you liked it, make sure you give me a subscribe. If you're looking for ways to support my channel and my endeavors in creating content for World of Tanks, there's lots of examples down in the description below of ways to do that. Thanks for coming by once again, and we will see you.